How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Oftentimes on this channel, we talk about what's happening behind the scenes, what the whales are doing, what the whales don't want you to know. And today, permanent holders, Bitcoin permanent holders, are exploding. I want to show you the chart, also talk about what's happening behind the scenes, what's happening in the world of crypto. I'm going to try to keep it short, though, because honestly, this has been an incredibly busy day, and I owe my wife a date. So I'm gonna jump in here real quick, give you guys the dirty news that you need to know. If you don't mind, hit subscribe. Also hit the bell notification so you can see future videos as soon as I make them. You get notified then for the first 3 videos each day, not any more than that. That would be too much apparently. But the first 3 videos you'll be notified. The first 3 videos you'll be notified right when I publish them. Also, there is a link to Margex underneath the video. If you want to get in on this big bounce, if you are trading this market, you might want to try it over on Margex. They have a bunch of features that other exchanges just don't have. And this looks like an interesting setup. I mean, here you can see we bounce off this key level, went up, saw some resistance, came back down, moved back up, came back down right basically to the other area of resistance, bounced up. Now it seems like we're coming back down right against the other line of resistance. A lot of people are calling for us to move higher, especially with Fed possibly lowering rates here soon. But if you don't agree with that, you can go put your money where your mouth is and you can short the market if you want to do that. But there's a link to Margex. You don't need a VPN. You don't need to KYC, so you can get started in just a few seconds. Let's start with the thing that video is about. I'm pretty sure something is happening behind the scenes. This is Ki Young Zhu, who's the founder and CEO of CryptoQuant. So one of the most important data companies in crypto. He says 404,448 Bitcoin have been moved to permanent holder addresses over the past 30 days. And it's clearly accumulation. We'll know within a year. So this is the biggest pop that we've ever seen in permanent holder demand change. Okay, so the permanent holders, the people that are looking at Bitcoin as a long-term asset, are buying like never before. And I've shown you some of the charts from Mr. 100 to BlackRock, either accumulating or just holding significant amounts of Bitcoin. Take a look at this. Well, not that. That hasn't come out today, but we have some volume coming in from the ETFs. Take a look at this. Hunter Horsley, who is the CEO at Bitwise, one of the big Bitcoin ETFs. He says a $40 billion multifamily office / institutional consultant just selected the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF for clients after months of diligence. Grateful and incredibly excited about access to Bitcoin opening in 2024. So this is bound to continue to happen. More and more RIAs, more and more institutions are finally approving, and we saw this with Morgan Stanley recently as well, are approving the pushing of these ETFs, are approving the sale of these ETFs, are approving these ETFs in general to start talking about these with clients. And this is bound to happen. It's not like day one, everyone's just been waiting around for Bitcoin and everyone's so excited to give their clients a 10% allocation to Bitcoin. No, this is a slow and steady process. And Hunter Horsley is explaining that right here. Like, it takes months of diligence, of due diligence. It takes months of them even seeing the ETFs work themselves out, growing in AUM, the price of Bitcoin going up before they're even willing to do the due diligence. So it takes a while, but this is good, and this will continue to cause inflows. It'll be interesting to see what the inflows are for today for BlackRock and for some of these other institutions. After yesterday was a net selling day, would not be surprised if some of them bought up the dip here today. Monthly update from publicly traded Mara or Marathon. This is a big Bitcoin miner. They said that they sold 0 BTC during the month. They increased Bitcoin HODL bag to 20,818 Bitcoin. They'll retain all mined Bitcoin and will make periodic BTC purchases. So yeah, they're continuing to buy. This is up compared to last year at this time, where they had about 12,964 Bitcoin. They've been increasing their bag pretty significantly. Looks like by 61% over the last year. So Bitcoin miners, some of them are holding, some obviously unprofitable or just aren't as well capitalized. But this is one of the biggest sellers in the market. Obviously, they become less and less relevant as time goes on and as the Bitcoin rewards get less and less. Let's look at the biggest buyer in the market. One of the biggest buyers, IBIT. I covered this yesterday, but just a different take on it. Eric Balkanis says, so IBIT investors woke up on Monday with a 14% move over the weekend after stomaching an 8% decline the week prior. And what did they do? Absolutely nothing. $0 flows compared to some of these degens. Compared to some of these degens, these boomers are like the Rock of Gibraltar. You guys are so lucky to have them. Now, I said this in yesterday's video, but I'm guessing IBIT's doing something behind the scenes to make sure that they don't have outflows because there's just too much volume to have zero inflows or outflows for so many days, but they're being the buyer of last resort. And Mr. 100 buying a lot more Bitcoin here today. Let's take a look at this. All these purchases, these last 3 purchases were today. They bought a ton of Bitcoin yesterday. I mean, we're talking about how many purchases? 100, 300, 400, 500. This is just so much. 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 2,000, 2,100, 2,200, 2,300. Man, I can't even handle it. My body just wants to get rid of all this knowledge of these big entities just continuously swallowing up more Bitcoin while some people are just selling, right? This entity, whoever it is, bought 2,300 Bitcoin yesterday, 2,300, and then bought another 300 today. So they're happy to buy bags as they fall down. Now let's take a look at Salana real quick too, because it's making news now that the Salana ETH valuation hit a new all-time high. As you can see, very close to the previous all-time high, which was back in March. But Salana is showing such strength right now, and ETH falling behind a little bit. Let's take a look at Salana right now. If you want to trade Salana, which I did put in a Salana trade yesterday, it went from 109 up to 148. Just doing so well. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Of course, I will update you as well when we have some of these numbers from today. Maybe that will be in tomorrow's morning video with, did IBIT have a big inflow day or it was another 0 day? But I'll give you that information as soon as possible. If you do want to trade, there's a link to Margex underneath the video. You can trade all different kinds of assets. Be on the lookout for a couple videos with Connor Kenny here tonight. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next video.